Alright, whilst you figure out the maniacal way we've set up our points prediction here, I need to consider how we handle the Iron Chad. I feel like I've had some bad runs with the Chad. I think the last time I had a really good time with this guy was when we were headbutting the bomb card. God, I loved the bomb. What an awkward act layout with this fork going off way over to the right. But what are we looking at? Extremely tantalizingly early Spicy Elite, and by tantalizing I mean tantalizing to avoid. Early Elites are already bad. Early Spicy Elite is a recipe for disaster. But I'm already seeing a pretty good path. Get our 5 combats. Almost definitely going to get a potion out of that. 5 looking at cards are good. Get some pommel strikes, some headbutts, shrug-it-offs, true grits. It's all good stuff. Upgrade the best card I've got. Take a mystery event. Kill an elite. Get a relic. Get an upgrade or a rest if needed. Kill another elite. Hit the shops if I have loads of money united. If I'm somehow mugged rotten. Take another mystery event. Slay another elite. And get out of here. That's a pretty good path. The only thing that would make me consider an alternative is a money start. And there is no money start. Money starts are the best start. Either 100 gold, no string attached, or 250 gold for a setback. Obtain a curse, take damage, lose max health. Of those, I'm happy to lose max health, but that's not what we're being offered. True Omnisci Believer enters the chat. Someone betting hard on the defect. I'm trying to drag this out and not make a decision here. But what do we do? I have no problem with boss swap on the Chad. Yeah, Burning Blood is good, but if you have extra energy, you can usually put that to good work. And the Chad loves energy. He's got a lot of high cost but high impact cards. Dark Embrace is 2 cost, upgraded to 1. Barricade is 3. Corruption is 3. It's not a stutter, I was just trying to remember the name of the card. And you began with C. The rest of the options aren't very good. Obtain a colorless card might sound amazing. Oh, you might get Apotheosis, you might get the Bomb. But the colorless card will be uncommon, it will not be rare. There are no common colorless cards. And my chance of getting a rare card is currently at 0%, so this will not spawn a rare card. So I'm leaning heavily towards the Boss Relic. And now I've just seen exactly that I do want the Boss Relic, because we're fighting Slime Boss. Slime Boss often dictates do a boss swap, especially if you're playing Silent. Not sure if that logic still holds for the Iron Chad, but the problem with the Slime Boss is you need to unload on that guy before he A, slime crushes you, or B, splits into 2 attacks of 18, which is essentially Slime Crush again. In fact, it's worse because you couldn't, for example, buffer it. We'll slay the Spire Deplay Satisfactory again today. That's the real gamble. I hope not. It's only midday. I've got all day for this. Let's do the boss swap. Oh, wow. We are going hard here. We boss swap into Panda Box. All the strikes and defends are gone. And I have some incredibly bad news for Iron Chad believers. We have 1 attack. And it's unplayably expensive. Wow. We also have 2 block cards. One of them is almost unplayably expensive. Well now. There's a little bit of small fine print to the run, by the way. If we die before the prediction closes, we just restart with the Iron Chad, because we need to keep things fair, after all. Nothing fair about this, though. Good lord. Lose hit points and draw cards? I don't think so. Taking a bit of damage is no bad thing for me, I guess. I'm starting to feel like I'm already dead. 2 evolves? I don't need 1 evolve. Get a flame barrier going. Get this rupture out so I don't see it again. You've got exactly 20 seconds to die. That's very funny. Well, Bash won't kill you, but Flame Barrier should save me next turn at the very least. Yeah, I could gain 1 strength for this, but that still wouldn't be enough. Alright, well, I probably shouldn't have done that because we're drawing Ghostly Armor anyway, but that means I can Ghostly Armor Bash. And then Blood for Blood finishes the fight. Oh man, this is exceedingly terrifying. I think of it as curse, 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 curse. Can't get rid of them. They don't really serve me anything in these fights. Just bad bloody news. Well, we get a dex potion, which isn't very good with our lack of blocks. So now I'm hurting for blocks and attacks. The Wild Strike actually gains quite a bit of benefit to me right now because wounds will double draw with double evolve. So we might have to make a strategy that is kind of self-harm but also self-status. Most of them are exhausted or consumable, sure, but Berserk is not a card you often want to play. Gain 2 vulnerable, I'd rather not. Maybe if I get Fossilized Helix or something. Brutality, constantly hurt yourself and I don't have Burning Blood anymore. Oh, it's bad. Really bad. Also, 2 rare cards, but they were 2 pretty poor rare cards on the Chad. Yeah, I'm looking at his Wild Strike and thinking kind of hard about it. The wound going in your draw pile is a pain. But Evolve could change a lot of things for me. It has to compete with Twin Strike, though. That's not easy. But give me the Wild Strike anyway. I need things to start going immensely well really fast. For example, I can double evolve right now, smash you with Wild Strike. And now I'm going to probably not have problems drawing. Well, not many problems drawing. We get Flame Barrier next turn. I don't mind being vulnerable, and I could probably use the extra energy. So I'll probably Berserk. Ghostly Armor to not take the damage, and then bash this fool. Wait, do I have any other attacks? Life is bad. Life is really freaking bad. Do I even play Brutality to get me out of this easier? I think I might need the extra card to draw. Well, if nothing else, I don't want to see Brutality again. Wait, brilliant idea. No, I need that Flame Barrier, don't I? If I put the wound up top, I'll draw 2. I don't have many cards to draw, though. I do need that Flame Barrier next turn. Well, if I need it, it makes more sense to have that, but I also need to deal damage next turn. So much to consider. And I don't like thinking. Ooh, I don't like thinking against that. Can I just kill you? That would be the best outcome. The answer is yes, because of Brutality. Blood for blood, Wild Strike, blap. Maybe we could make this work after all. Sentinel. It's not really a block card. 5 block is not a block card. I don't have a way to exhaust it. No corruption, of course. No true grit. Jake hates Thunderclap, and Perfected Strike is murked because of the Panda Box. This is a skip, and it's a very hard skip. Because I am in desperate need of better cards right now. Oh well. Oh well. Oh hell. Right. Perhaps Warcry can dig us out of this situation. Get me something good, please. I'll play Evolve first, just in case what we draw is our curse. If I let them hit me, that Blood for Blood is playable next turn and slaughters the little guy. It's playable anyway, actually, because I'm not avoiding all this damage. Hold Blood for next turn, get my Ghostly Armor down. Don't play Berserk, that vulnerability is unmanageable, currently. Yeah, 8 damage, Perfected Strike, 2 energy, it's painful stuff. Yeah, look at that. Blood for Blood annihilating, Spiky Slime is good. Flame... Oh, crap, I can't do both because I didn't play the other card. Not easy, that one. Play this, take 12. Play this, take 6. But don't advance the fight in any meaningful way. Well, Blood for Blood will still become cheaper, so let's do it this way. This is so awkward. I've never had such awkward starting fights. But I suppose this is the situation that I brought upon myself. Wild Strike will annihilate you. And the Flame Barrier will handily take care of this. However, well, no, Blood for Blood is free now. Life is good. Ghostly Armor won't handle this, but you will. Still don't want to go Berserk. I guess on the very bright side, because I have a lot of cards that go away forever, my deck becomes very small very quickly, so that is a strength we need to work with. And that is actually why Wild Strike is quite good. Wild Strike, I want to play these evolves not to see them again, so I very rapidly have a quick way for drawing lots. Every wound draws 2, so essentially they draw 1. Okay, great, fantastic, shrug it off. This is the kind of card we need. It blocks, it draws for a deck that struggles greatly to block. That's what we want. Sod the Havoc. I can't afford to exhaust my my very few attack and block cards. And I have to keep taking combats, and I may very well have to take the wimpy dodge elite route. Because how do I kill elites? With what do I kill elites? Sentries might be okay, because I can keep going back to Flame Barrier. Evolve will allow me to draw through the Dazed. But Gremlinob? Lagavulin? Please explain to me. Please sign on the dotted line, the line that kills either of those 2 elites right now. Yes, Acronymus. Naturally, I test these things. Ooh, okay, well, this is unpleasant. Once again, get evolved down in a Warcry and see what happens. Shrug is very welcome right now. I have to put something back. I'm definitely going to press... Oh, hold on. Here's a devilish idea. I'm going to throw a Sender's Bane in the top of my draw pile. Then I'm going to shrug. Draw the Sender's Bane. And why did Evolve... Oh, Evolve only works on statuses? I thought for the life of me it works on curses. Well, bummer. Oh well. In a way, taking 4 is alright, because I need to activate my... who am I trying to convince here? Needed to activate my blood for blood. Well, I'll be activating it again at this rate. More evolution or bash this fool? They're both going to buff next turn, so let's have you in a position where you can die horrifically. Don't really want to play any of this garbage. This hurts me, and this hurts me. I really wish I had Burning Blood back now. Okay, so this guy's in a position to be completely annihilated. And... Wild Strike will deal 12. You're not vulnerable, but Wild Strike Bash will kill you, so let's go Berserk. No, do not go Brutality. Don't want to hurt myself any more than I'm already being hurt, and I'm being hurt plenty. So yeah, Bash and Wild Strike. We're out of here. Get me the Speed Pot. Get me another Shrug It Off. That Inflame makes me feel like a fool for taking Wild Strike over Twin Strike, but another Shrug is absolutely okay. That was our first hard pool fight, by the way. That was considered hard. What about Clash? No. If I'm going Wild Strike, Evolve, I don't want Clash. Always give this a little bit of thought. There are some times that it can work. Mostly on A20, no, because exclusively of this card. Draw this card and you'll never be able to play Clash, but maybe you get Blue Candle, maybe you have lots of ways to exhaust cards, because 14 damage for no cost is good. The real question here is Shrug between Shrug and Inflame. I do want another Shrug pretty badly. Currently I don't deal much damage, so what's the point of inflaming? What's the point in doing anything? I can't hurt my foes. Give me that Shrug. You have Brutality and Rupture for strength gain and scaling, yeah, but it hurts. It hurts a lot. Oh, speaking of hurting a lot. Good gravy, this is bad. I'm going to be taking damage, blood for blood. Maybe you can help me out next turn. Wait, could Wild Strike annihilate one of these fools right now? 12 against 13. I could bash Wild Strike you and take 10, or I could Flame Barrier and take 8. I could also Speed Pot and not take 8. And I will do that. And with this, the Sneaky Gremlin will kill itself. Sounds good. Sneaky Gremlin's a pain. He just hits you for 10 every single turn. Look at that. That's all he does. Puncture you. Oh, crap. He got shielded by the Shield Gremlin. What is this nonsense? Ooh, deedy me. Blood for Blood only deals 13. Wow, can't believe that backfired as much as it did. I might just have to cleave you a new one and take 10. Do not want to take that. There was an argument for playing Brutality there, and it wasn't a bad one. Bad argument, that is. Well, I'm not particularly happy about this situation, and I'm sure you're not surprised. Right, well, on the plus side, Blood for Blood is in a state of annihilating, so put an end to the Mad Grem, block the Fatty Grem, do not play Brutality, I can't afford the hit point loss currently. Oh boy. Yeah, I need Evolve down right now. I need that extra draw. Ooh, Feed would be pretty much the best card you get at the moment. I would say Reaper is better. Oh, you also say Reaper. I'm glad we've come to an agreement. Right, Blood for Blood, you might save me from myself. There we go. Shield Gremlin does nothing but shield, so the fight is mine. But oof, what an unpleasant fight. So it doesn't matter if I'm Berserk. What matters is you dying right now. Okay. Combust is even more health loss, but it does work pretty well with Rupture. Heavy Blade with Strength Gain. It's an idea. It's a card that does damage. Damage is good. The Strength Gain is a little slow, though. So I'd have to play Rupture and Brutality. And then I gain 1 strength a turn. That's too slow. Ali thinks Heavy Blade is good, but I think it's far too slow. Slime Boss, Combustion. Combustion would slaughter sentries. Yeah, I do think that is too heavy, although I am notably down on attack cards, owning a grand total of 3 of them. I'm gonna take the Combust. Am I gonna fight the Spicy Elite? Heavens no, I'm not. I'm probably going to upgrade Blood for Blood, it being my only real damage card. I wish I had a headbutt to bring it back more often. But yeah, as a man in dire need of this, that does 4 extra damage, although 5 extra damage on the Wild Strike. Blood for Blood wins it because it becomes playably cheaper, so gotta get that. Yeah, I need to rest as well, so there might be some chickening out as we go along. Let's find out what we can do in that regard. There's an idea for taking 2 more fights instead of Mystery Fight, because I need more and better cards. But Mystery could be anything. Could even be healing with the banana or the... what is it, a cupcake or a cookie or something? You can choose a fruit, something else, and a relic, but the relic has a curse. Also a good opportunity to grab potions here. Can't imagine I'd want to fight this elite. In fact, I might only fight this one elite. Let's take the Mystery. Oh, lose Berserk? Don't mind if I do, I am all for losing that Berserk. Sure, it's a rare card, but it is not a rare card that synergizes well with anything I do right now. Just take loads of damage and maybe get more energy. Although Dex Potion's not a bad thing to lose either. I have to consider if I would want that Berserk later. I might really want that Berserk for Slime Boss. It's really good if I play it in turn 1. Or even turn 2 if I can set up a split. That said, I think I already have ways of dealing with Slime Boss because of Evolve. So I think we're going to lose that Berserk. This relic had better be so worth it, though. It is absolutely not. It's the Singing Bowl. Whenever I don't want any card, I can take 2 max hit points instead. Makes it harder to take cards because you're always weighing them against gaining health. This is the worst thing on the Ironclad as well, because he already has feed, or he can get feed to expand his max hit points, so less valuable. Certainly not in a state to take on this elite, right? Try to imagine how it goes. Lagavulin is actually destroyable now, and I can take care of the sentries, but the Knob would destroy me. Gremlinob ends this run, and it's a 1 in 3 that we fight Gremlinob. When you fight Gremlinob, look at all of the cards in your deck, add up all the damage, and tell you, does that deal 90 damage? If the answer is yes, you can probably kill Gremlinob. If the answer is no, you can't handle Gremlinob. I'm actually in a really good state for dealing with Lagavulin and sentries, though. But if it's a Knob, I am dead. What do you think, chat? Actually, everyone that voted for not Ironclad is going to want me to take this fight. Have you heard about Die in the Dungeon, says Rinrin. Gives me very similar vibes to Slay the Spire and a bit of a slow burner. I have a stance on games that are like Slay the Spire. If it's not as good or better than Slay the Spire, I'm not interested. Because I find that the market is really bloated with deck building roguelites, and it's easy to get fatigued with them. This game is so well made, so well balanced, and so well polished that I find it near endlessly replayable. But all the other ones just fall flat in a big way. Go big or go home, says Tark. It is Lagavulin. And we get Evolve off. And we will get Evolve off. The more setup I can get going here, the better. This isn't very good. Normally I like to bash in to apply the vulnerable, but I need my setup cards right now. Bit of a shame because if I'd still had my Berserk, it would have been very good here. Whenever you lose hit points, gain strength. Yes, please. What could I draw into, by the way? Brutality. I'd want that as well. Not sure I want to lose that ghostly armor. But I would love to get my powers down now. But that means Flame Barrier is my only block card, and that's going to be pretty difficult to make good use of. Do it that way then. Now let's get strong and try our best to block. Also going to play Brutality. That means I can actually choose between Blood for Blood, Wild Strike, even play them all. I will want that Evolve, but I need the damage dealt right now. Don't want to drink my Dexterity Potion already. Hopefully I get Flame Barrier and Ghostly Armor together. Keep getting that strength, keep getting that draw. Alright, look at that. I can just full block this immediately. But consider other lines. Do I want to consider other lines? My block game is pretty good. And Blood for Blood is free now. Let's try and not take damage. I'm also getting tons of strength. Okay. Keep it going. Where's my bash? Bash for vulnerability would be splendiferous. But it's not what we have. Go Blood for Blood. Don't particularly want to lose Ghostly Armor, but I could Ghostly Shrug, take almost nothing. Ah, there's my bash. I think Evolve is better than just doing more damage right now. I'm certainly taking damage here. All that chip damage really hurts you when you don't have your Burning Blood. But you know what I don't have? Burning Blood. At least Lagavulin doesn't have a life. Goodbye. Relatively good fight. Relatively lame reward. Nunchaku. Play 10 attacks, gain energy. Well, I don't really have free attacks or any attack spam going on. Perhaps this can change things. I want that Whirlwind because I can do strength gain. It's a way to solve the end of the slime boss fight as well. However, consider fire breathing. Draw status or a curse, deal damage to everybody. Evolve say I love doing that, but I think I need the Whirlwind. I think I very much need that Whirlwind. Alright, please, please, good relics. Although small chest means usually common relic. It's the Maw Bank. Pretty poor choice, considering I am just about to run into a shop. This Maw Bank is worth, what, 16 gold? It's 24 gold. But I still think it's better to make the trade right now. This is a 50% chance of being Gremlin Ob, so we cannot really take it. I need to go to the shop and have the shop be very good for me. And I probably need to rest, so no Maw Bank for me. 22 health or an upgrade. Whirlwind's an excellent upgrade. Yeah, not sold on ghostly armor. I mean, Flame Barrier gets 4 extra block and damage goes up, but I think I want... Yeah, I want the Whirlwind and the Flame Barrier upgraded. But if I don't rest, I don't have much of a choice against this elite. And I would like to take on a second elite. My choice of relics here are pretty poor. Besides, there's a 50% chance of being sentries, and we'll be okay with them. Oh, crap. The illusion of choice. Well, this is pants. Slaver is coming in. He's immediately hitting me, and there's sweet naff all I can do but this. I play the Whirlwind to increment Nunchaku, even though it does nothing. And the resting that I just did is now gone. But so's he. Alright, attack potion. Ooh, that could be a Gremlin Ob solution, especially... Ugh, no headbutt. Burning Pact is usually good, but the way my deck is, it already thins out immediately. How many real cards do we have? We've got Bash, Blood for Blood, Whirlwind, Wild Strike. Shrug it off, Ghostly Armor, Flame Barrier. That's fewer than 10 real cards. I say real because if you play everything in your deck, what's left? No, 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 and no. This might be a skip for max hit points. Just about to go into the shop. Rampage could be good with how quickly you go through cards. That is a reasonable answer. That's very reasonable. Rampage is one of the worst A20 cards there is. But there is no card for which there is no use case. I don't like that. Doesn't scale with strength particularly well either. It's not like you get +1 to both the damage and the increase due to strength. Heavy Blade scales with strength. Yeah, exactly. I have no deck manipulation for Rampage. But with Evolves down and all the wounds and that, I should be able to draw into it at least every other turn. Heavy Blade is slow to set up. Rampage is no less slow, really. Probably going to be pretty good against Slime Boss. And I need something that kills Slime Boss. I can't just look at him until he dies. You know what? We'll give Rampage a chance. You almost never see this card in A20. Let's give it a go. Cue us finding a much better solution right here that is very anti-Rampage, but better regardless. No waffle. Can't afford Toxic Egg. It's an amazing relic, but it's not mine to be had. Not much point getting Frozen Eye. I churn through my deck so rapidly that knowing what's coming won't change the facts. There's Headbutt, though, and I very much want that Headbutt. There's the deck manipulation for blocking, for rampaging, whirlwinding, you name it. So I think I'm buying that Headbutt. Feel No Pain sounds good, but what exactly exhausts here? Nothing but Warcry. And I don't have an exhaust engine. It's a shame because it's on sale, and I would love that. Slime's exhaust. Slime's also cost to play. Definitely want that Headbutt. We can think about things after I own that. Barricade is nice. There is no Barricade here. You might be talking about Entrench. Entrench is not nice. 2 cost, so I couldn't even play it with my best block card, Flame Barrier. Dazed's exhaust. Yeah, and there's a 50% chance for fighting Sentry right now. Should I take Feel No Pain based on that fact? You know what? Let's do it. I love that card after all. I might buy this attack potion just in case we're fighting Gremlin Ob. Because currently, even with 1 attack potion, I don't think we've got him dead. But with 2 attack potions, Gremlin Ob could die. I know it might seem ridiculous. Throw away a perfectly serviceable potion, especially for Slime Boss, to pay for another potion? It's madness, right? But one must pay homage to the knob. He could be right here. There's a 50% chance. I need to kill him because my relic selection is crap. What, no battle trance? Now I love battle trance. I do love battle trance. Could we buy both? The problem with battle trance is I'm going to draw cards that I can't play anyway, and then I get no draw. Battle trance is really good though. 53 and 77 is 130. I got 141 gold. Let's do it. Spend all the money. It's not going to help us when we're dead. It is not the knob! Not only that, we get all Feel No Pain down immediately. Although I'm also immediately getting shafted for 10. I can live with that. Well, shafted for 7. Thank you, Sender's Bane, Feel No Pain. Nay pain at all. This is the turn that could be troublesome. I really need some block to deal with this situation. Notably, I don't have it. Is there any difference at all with playing Warcry and not playing Warcry? Playing Warcry exhausts it and gives me a little bit of block. If I battle trance Warcry, at least I can save something for next turn. That's an idea. So I'm playing battle trance knowing that when I play Warcry I won't be drawing, but I'll rather be anti-drawing. Because the alternative is I Warcry, I put something in, and then I draw it anyway with battle trance. Seems like a bad call. That's not a lot of block. There's a good opportunity to put blood for blood back in the draw pile, though, because I don't think I'm killing right now. I could, though. Couldn't I? It's funny, I'm one short. At the end of your turn, deal 5 to all. But I can't afford to play that. Use potion for block. Use potion for block. I would happily use a potion to kill this sentry. I should at least see what the option is here, because currently I'm only blocking 8. Shrug won't draw. Well, no, I'm blocking 11 because of this, but if I could kill sentry, that changes matters slightly. Huh. 12 damage. These are not the attack cards I was looking for, but it'll probably have to be clothesline just based on being the highest damage output. You know what? That's a full block, isn't it? Because I hit you. And then I kill you. And then I block. And then I fully block. And I choose a card for next turn. I'm being attacked for 10. I can block with Flame Barrier or Ghostly Armor. If it's both, I'll just play Ghostly Armor. What else do I want next turn? Not Combust. We have this fight dealt with. Give Rampage a chance. Alright, pretty good. Pretty damn good. As ever, I play this just to increment Nunchaku. A great attack potion, by the way. Got me out of a bit of hot water there. And that's even better. Ghostly Armor is here next turn, so I could Flame Barrier now, unless I think I could kill, which I can't. Don't want to lose that. This is where some of the powers are a problem. Some of these powers have pretty big downsides. I don't want to keep taking that damage. Speaking of not taking damage, let's not take damage. Wild Strike is draw later, but Rampage becomes stronger. We said we'd give Rampage a chance, right? Besides, I'll be drawing plenty with these days. Observe. Oh, don't observe. Well, I want my other evolve up. I want my Ghostly Armor down. I want Rupture out of my face. Do we battle trance? Absolutely not, because we wouldn't be able to play anything anyway. Full block. Give me dazed. Dazed are good. Don't even need to care about blocking anymore. All I need to do is care about killing. And I do care about killing. Goodbye. I even get 1 rebate, which I won't spend, because I have nothing to spend it on. Well, the Feel No Pain did work for me this fight. No problems with that. Not by a long shot. Get stronger Rampage. Get stronger, Rampage. Do not play these other cards. And just like that, Feel No Pain has saved me quite a bit of health. Long may it do so. Get me out of this fight. Well, they're all dead anyway. Whew. I'm not sure when I got this game. I have it, but I haven't played it yet. My boys tell me I should, says Marvin. Good name. Yeah, this game is fantastic. It's, in my eyes, endlessly replayable. Vajra. Vajra's a good find when I'm the proud owner of one Whirlwind. Just altogether a good card. A good relic, rather. I like Pommel Strike, and I need attack cards. Deal 10 damage, draw 1 card, courtesy of Vajra. Don't need Inflame. Really? Hard to say no to Pommel Strike. The 2 max health is actually tantalizing. Trying to think of a downside of taking that Pommel Strike right now. Severely lacking energy. Maybe it counter-synergizes the fact that currently my strategy is just play Rampage again and again. So bloating my deck with cards that don't scale like that might not be a good idea. Flex doesn't help to much effect. Inflame might, the more I think about it. Not so sure I want Pommel Strike. I want to just play Rampage over and over again, so I shouldn't take things that counter-synergize with that, even though Pommel Strike is nominally a very good card. 50% more damage output than a strike. Draws 1, upgrades to draw 2. That's brilliant. That's Ironclad's answer to Cool-Headed or Backflip. What about that Inflame, though? Don't you think you have too many powers as is? Imagine Mummy Hand. Oh, Mummy Hand would be a godsend. You already have strength gain due to Rupture, Combust, Brutality. That's 2 strength every turn. Taking out max hit points. Do I want another fight? At 60% potion chance, yes I do. I no longer want this fight, it's Slaver. Oh, thank you, Ghostly Armor. What would I do without you? I'd feel a lot of pain, I'm sure. Eye up that Brutality Combustion. I'd lose 2 hit points to draw a card and do 5. 100 ways I could brick next turn. There are too many ways I could brick next turn, but I don't think I want to play the Combust. Just want the extra draw. Draw got me Battle Trance, but I'm already blocking, so ho-hum. Not set up for any extra energy gain right now. How does next turn look? All I have is 1 shrug. What does this guy hit for when he's not messing around? Rakes for 8. He cannot stab 3 times in a row, but he could rake. So Shrug It Off should do me fine next turn. So I'm going to Flame Barrier to take 1, which is actually good. Make Blood for Blood completely free. Go on a Rampage, because I can't do... Wait, no, go on a Rampage. What about Warcry? Yeah, what about Warcry? We'll see what's in here. Headbutt is here. Headbutt is good. But I'm going to bank the Battle Trance, just in case I don't draw Shrug. Although, couldn't I just kill you? There is a draw that bricks me. Wound, Rupture, Evolve, Ascender's Bane, Evolve. If I get Blood for Blood with Headbutt, he's dead. If I get Shrug, I block. Blood for Blood with Bash also kills. We're going to take the kill him route. Wait, Battle Trance is better at ensuring that. Thank you, please. And there's my Battle Trancing. To get me the Bash, Blood for Blood. Actually, I should have just Blood for Blooded. I wasted Nunchaku there. Oh, well. Ooh, Bludgeon. Ooh, True Grit. Do I actually have cards to exhaust? If I get True Grit, I want to upgrade the True Grit. It's too risky unupgraded. But if I don't rest, Slime Boss could kill me with Slime Crush. So I want this, but I also want nothing. because I can't upgrade that for a while. If I end up with Snecko, I'm going to be very unhappy that I didn't take that bludgeon. This isn't a Snecko deck, actually. Lots of zero cost going on. Brutality, Warcry, Battle Trance, Blood for Blood can easily become zero cost. Could exhaust the wounds from Wild Strike, and why would I want to do that, Ave? Those wounds draw 2. Hand Clog could be an issue, but I'd have to generate a lot of them. Also 70% no potion chance. I think I'm taking the max hit points. Sorry, True Grit, but if I don't rest here, Slime Boss could easily turn me into jelly. Have at, Slime Bow. I want to get my powers down on the double. Yes, that definitely includes Evolve. Now I have to consider the Ghostly Armor. Play it to save it, get rid of it to not have it. I think Flame Barrier and Shrug will get me through this just fine. Let's see what's in Battle Trance. More evolving is more gooding. There we go. Scale our way through the fight. Drawing is scaling. Uh-oh. So next turn's going to be not very fun. My best bet, I think, is to Flame Barrier, Headbutt Flame Barrier, and the next turn get Flame Barrier, Shrug it off. And then at least I'll block 20 of the incoming monstrous damage. But then I'm not setting up with things like the Wild Strike, the Rampage. Could I potentially murder him next turn? Consider playing Rampage, Wild Strike, Headbutt, Blood for Blood. I'll take another bit of damage, so Blood for Blood will cost 1. And then I can Blood for Blood, and then not do much. Alternatively, Headbutt the Rampage. Rampage will be up to doing nowhere near as much damage as Blood for Blood. Shame I didn't put down that bash, I guess. I don't think this is going to work out for me, but we can try. I also have the attack potion if this doesn't look particularly good. Why did I think this would be okay? Blood for Blood does not do the sufficient damage here. It'll do 28. Bring him down to 80, and I need him at 75. Is there anything I can do to change that? Attack potion, of course. And it probably is the attack potion. As long as the attack potion does at least 5 damage, we've got this. For what it's worth, Rupture and Feel No Pain can help me out. Well, by being played already. What's in the attack pot? Bludgeon? Oh, absolutely. Bludgeon comes at a most serendipitous time. So what are we doing? We're rupturing, we're feeling Nepe and Ata. I would quite like to have Shrug it off at the ready for next turn. However, consider the wound going back in to draw 2. Also consider playing Brutality. Alright, bye-bye Shrug. Wait, haven't I just going to draw this Shrug anyway? I just drew this. I think I'm about to draw 2 more. If I throw it back, I'm going to draw a ton. But then Blood for Blood won't be in my pile, so don't do that. I think I'm about to draw... No, this only works on statuses, not curses. Fire breathing works with curses. Why do I keep thinking that? Clearly, I've got brain problems. Anyway, Blood for Blood Bludgeon solves this fight rather handily. Doesn't really matter doing the damage before or after the split much if I'm relying much on Combust. Look at all that draw from the slimes. And it's very trivial to destroy Acid Slime right now. So I shall. There's no need at all to do the Rampage and Acid Slime, because Combust will deal 5 now, and then it'll deal 5 to his little underlings when they pop out, so it would be a waste to do that. Don't want to play Brutality. Do I want to draw? I'm going to draw stuff I can't play, so no. And there's no point playing slimes because slimes draw for me. So there we go. It goes down to 4. I don't even take damage. He splits. Oh no, 20 incoming. Not a problem. Although Whirlwind would dispatch these fools anyway. I like that idea. Splat, 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 splat. An excellent fight. Makes me feel like a fool for resting. 80% potion chance. No potion. Still feeling like a fool. Fiend Fire. Exhaust cards. Gain block. Now I want Dark Embrace. But what about Immolate? Immolate does not really synergize with my strategy at all, but it is one hell of a bulky damage card. I think it has to be Fiend Fire, though. Great way to get rid of those powers that I don't want. However, I could very easily end up with a deck that barely has anything in it. Which is good, but whatever, get in here, Fiend Fire. You're seldom a bad card. I need energy right now. Oh. Well, there's only one energy option, and it says no potions for the rest of the game. Calling Bell gets me a curse, which I have ways of burning. But my deck has too many curses already. Which is to say all the powers that usually won't help in a fight that I'm in. I think it has to be Sozu, and I'm very, very unhappy about that. Because I do need the energy. I can't even play Flame Barrier with any other 2-cost cards. I couldn't do Flame Barrier Fiend Fire, for example. Curse of the Bell isn't that bad. Depends on what the relics are. They can be great or they can be bad. The Boot, Darkstone Pirouette, and Shovel? Anyone? You weren't getting potions anyway, but I still need them. I have to take Sozu, I think. As remarkably sad as that makes me, I need the energy. Okay, so no potions, no strikes, no defense, not much hope as we go into Act 2. We've got a little bit of money. I could almost afford a relic. Almost, but not quite. We're front-loaded on the shops unless I want to go there at the end. I am probably not in a good situation for slaying elites right now. I love question marks in Act 2. Not a lot of opportunity to get them, though. But not no opportunity. How about a path like this? Oh, right, that takes me through double shop, which is not very good. Forgot about this early shop. Not good on rest sites either. I can only hit 2 rest sites before the end of the act, no matter how I slice this act. Ooh, I don't like what I'm seeing here. Wait, that's not entirely true. I can hit up 3, and I think I will hit up 3 rest sites, even if it comes at the expense of fighting elites. Get rid of this nonsense. There we go. If I feel super jacked up, I can fight you. And that's about all. Wow, an elite-free Act 2. Seems like a bad idea for a man severely gimped on relics. But what's her answer to any of the elites? Don't think I could outpace Book of Stabbing. I could probably beat Gremlin Leader. Slavers would be a tough call. I'd need something good like a Battle Trance Fiendfire Bat Guy on turn 1. Have you ever won A20 with a no potion relic? I'd have to check. And if you remember to ask me that at the end of this run, I will check for you. But you'll have to do the remembering, not me. Remembering is not what I do. Ah, nothing says welcome to Act 2. Quite like 22 incoming damage and having all your stuff stolen. Gotta dispatch these fools on the double. Gonna save this just in case it ends up being good fuel for a Fiend Fire. Well, I can Rampage and headbutt the Rampage immediately. Is that going to be enough damage? I got 9, 13, and 10. That's 23. 30, not enough. It's tempting to headbutt the battle trance to get more draw. Very tempting, but I think I need that damage. Oh wait, crumbs. That just puts it into shrug it off territory. That was a mistake. Yeah, completely forgot about that. And then I can't play it. Well, bummer. At least we'll make sure that you die next turn. Oh, right, but I had no draw. Ah, I should have shrugged. All these mistakes. On the plus side, you're dead. On the pluser side, we're dealing quite a bit of death. That's good. Flame barrier to take nothing, but let's see what our options are beyond that. Don't like all this brutality damage. I need tungsten rod on the double, although that does negate rupture, so maybe I don't. What I do want is you dead, though. Goodbye. Alright, good setup on the Vajra. Hey, we got a potion. Where did it go? Where could it have possibly gone? Good cards, please. More wounds, more fuel for Fiend Fire, more draw with both of my evolves down, although I do need them down. Do I really want a second Wild Strike, though? Wounds are only good if I have at least one evolve down, but with two, it's more likely I get one down early. Sure. Oh boy. Whirlwind, please. Oh, wow, what a start. You see these fools? I don't. Hold on, there's an idea to be had here. Give me... Can Battle Trance be useful here? Only if it draws me something 0 cost. And that's a no. So goodbye, fools. Takes 4 hits to floor these guys on Ascension 20. So that's what the extra energy is particularly useful for. Now they'll all attack me for pathetic amounts of damage, and they won't have their 50% damage reduction. Even so, I don't want to take any damage if it can be avoided, so... Just Flame Barrier Fiend Fire? Wild Strike will do 13, but Fiend Fire just removes one of them from the equation. And I like that equation. Also extra energy that I can't use. How does he keep getting away with things? This run should have died a long time ago, that much is true. They're already going back into the sky, which I'm not happy about. But I could just end you, and then more or less end you. Because you'll keep your debilitating take more damage thing, and then I just annihilate you. I don't hesitate, I annihilate. There's that True Grit that's back, and I stand behind what I said before. I'd love a True Grit if and only if I can upgrade it. None of these are upgraded. Cleave is a cheap hit everyone attack, better than the Whirlwind, for 1 energy at least, but doesn't really synergize with what we do. So let's try and avoid adding anything that doesn't synergize with what we do. And what we do is we draw endlessly with Evolve, and we max up Rampage. So I wouldn't want another Wild Strike. I'd consider another Rampage. No, I don't want another Rampage. I want as many headbutts as I can get for more rampaging. That's a better idea. 159 could buy a very low ball relic, but we're going to save our money for the next shop. Speaking of saving money, the Red Mask Gang is here to offer me a relic, and it's a good relic, but I need to kill them for it. With no potions, but we'll never have potions, so let's fight. Well, Flame Barrier immediately makes me take no damage, but... This bear is going to hit me for -4 dexterity unless I annihilate him very quickly. Can I annihilate him very quickly? Not quickly enough, I fear. Is this just, I want the Flame Barrier to not take the 12, but then it's very difficult to do much else. Rather than rampaging, I think I just double Wild Strike the Fool. But then I don't get Evolved down, and those wounds could really, really hurt me. Alternative approach, shrug it off to not take so much. Double Wild Strike and Evolve. Could you kill Pointy? That would require doing 34 damage, which I could. I do 35 damage. If I kill Pointy, I don't need to Flame Barrier, and that's a better idea. But then Bear, lack of ability to block, that's all quite bad. I think I Evolve, Rampage, Wild Strike, Wild Strike. Not necessarily in that order, because the order doesn't really matter. I want the Evolve so that if those wounds come back, they don't draw me down at all. Do I want one of these cards for next turn? Not really, I won't be able to block much anyway. -4 dexterity. That would still be 8 block. But I don't think 8 block is enough to justify anything. Grab 'em, Bear. Oh no, and then in comes that 22. And then things look a little sad and bad for me. Whirlwind will do damage, but it won't do enough damage. I might just play all my powers instead. Yes, all of them. Then Fiendfire annihilates. I have to take almost 22 though, which is quite a lot to take. Oh well. I play the Whirlwind just to increment Nunchaku. There we go, how's that for some draw? Suddenly hand is fool. Suddenly these fools are dead. I'll feel no pain. Fiendfire is pretty damn good for me right now. Provided I'm not getting rid of all of my attack cards, which I'm not. So Ne Pain Ata. How much damage is this going to do anyway? 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Quick, what's 7 sevens? It's one of the incalculable numbers right there. There'll be plenty of block going on there anyway. Just thinking who to target with blood for blood. That'll be you then. Goodbye. Also, I get energy that I cannot spend once again. No! Bear! Yes, Bear is dead. And you will be joining him approximately now. Alright, the red mask weakens, essentially block on turn 1. Another rampage, so I was curious if I would want another rampage. And I think it's better just to have the one rampage and play it over and over again. But that requires manipulation of said rampage. I still think it's better just to have one though. At least I'm getting a little bit of healing out of the Singing Bowl. 8 so far. Does make fights slightly better. Hmm. 19 is just not enough damage to force Mystic to heal next turn. It's probably better to have the Vulnerable down next turn, but I feel next turn I need to focus more on blocking, so I won't. Let's do that instead. Actually, I think Mystic checks for total hit points. If there's at least 21 hit points to heal in the entire party, okay, that was the right call then. Good. Then you waste your time healing, and now I don't have to block at all. Which is good. Don't even think I need to go brutal. Just go on a rampage. Maybe shrug and see what we are sitting on first. Even easier. Don't play brutality, I don't need the extra damage. So Jake, Caesar custom maps catch your eye for the future? I have not looked into any. That's not even that I haven't found some, I just haven't looked into them. Feel Ne Pain Ata, Warcry. Doesn't really matter because we're going to draw into it anyway. Let's see what we have going on here. We've got no draw is what we've got, but Flame Barrier. I mean, when in doubt, take no damage, right? Although taking a little bit of damage does make some cards better. I'll elect to take no damage, please. Now I end up with a bit of trouble. But only a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 8 is not enough. Are there other ways to boost that up? Because it's only 8 each, huh? Well, I have no block, so killing is advisable here. Do I have any line that kills? Yeah, play cards that deal more than 8 first, and we do have those, but I don't think that's going to be sufficient to kill the Centurion, because I'm way short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 8 currently. Alternative is kill the Mystic. That might be possible. Problem is I got no block at all right now. That's a big problem. Maybe I should have played that evolve earlier. This is where potions would be very nice. Potions are great to deal with situations like this. Feel no pain box for you. Ah, now that's a good point, and that's probably a good reason not to play these cards over Feel no pain, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3 ain't too bad. Well, it's 18, isn't it? But if I can kill one of them, things start looking a lot better. Can I do that? Can I do... I could play 2 of them. So 13 and 14 is 27. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4 times 8. That's 2 16s, 32. I think we can do that. This is now 40, which is just shy. Perfect. Except Centurion now goes on a rampage. Fury. Once Mystic dies, Defend is replaced by Fury. 7 by 3 constantly. So I need to deal with that. What's my deal with it button? I think blocking 10 is going to help me out so much. Send help. Continue to send help. Oh, right, of course they switch out, don't they? See what's in the shrug. Shrug it off. Actually, if that's the case, see what's in the shrug. Unfortunately, we get the no draw on the wound, so Battle Cry doesn't always work in my favor. Hi, Ghostly Armor. Alright, now if I could kindly just do away with you, all would be forgiven. Should have played Wild Strike first to get Nunchaku up. I'll be the first to say things don't look very good. What about Anger? 0-cost attack card when I have Nunchaku, and... the thing is, I don't draw so good, and it doesn't synergize with what I do particularly well. But as we can see, I just do not deal attacks often enough. My draw game needs to be better. More Shrug-it-offs, honestly. 2 Vols, huh? Yeah, Pandora's Box was not the kindest I've ever seen. Warcry, Flame Barrier Rupture, Blood for Blood, Evolve, Ghostly Armor, Brutality, another Evolve. Did it include Wild Strike? No, Wild Strike was the first card reward that we took. Yeah, I think it's +2. Thank you, Singing Bowl. Uh-oh. Secret Elite is here, the Snake Plant. I hate this thing. And it hates me. Oh. Oh dear. Like I said, these powers are essentially curses. What am I even doing here? 6, 6, 6, and 6. In a way, Blood for Blood into 1 Whirlwind is better. Blood for Blood will be free next turn. Excellent point. Now, how many of these, if any, do I want to be playing? Need to get out of this fight fast, so maybe it's Combust Rupture. But maybe it's also just deal more damage to this fool and get out of here faster. The end of your turn. I forget if they will still have the block for that. Guess it's time to find out. Now, does that block it? Yes, it does. Okay, well, lessons have been learnt. Also, I'm dying. It's not a laughing matter. You need to die. Very quickly, or else I die very quickly. May or may not die very quickly. 6 and 9, it's almost insufficient block. But I'd rather kill you. Is that an option? You might think 11, 9, and 8 kills, but I think 11, 9, 8, and 11 will kill, though. Thank goodness for small mercies. I'm even set up with my nunchaku. Another blood for blood. I seem to be taking a ton of damage. Even so, don't bother. Keep the deck slim. Oh, there's no way we're taking on that elite. Nurse me to health, Bonfire. We're just delaying the inevitable is how I consider things to be going. Rampage. Must I? That was poorly played by me. I keep forgetting about Nunchaku. Such a hard relic to keep an eye on. Well, Whirlwind and all its majesty does not get me through this. 6, 6, 6, and 6 for 24. Still brings you down to 12, even with Combust. That's down to 7. Well, maybe having that blood for blood next turn will help me out a bit. Flame Barrier. Brutality, so it's absolutely free. Don't think Evolve does me any good. Let's do the extra damage. Hello, blood for blood. Hello, free blood for blood. Okay, this looks a lot more promising. If I Wild Strike you, you die. If I blood for blood you, you die. And then you die. Everybody wins. Whew, just barely holding on. I might take this Immolate. Especially knowing that our boss is Collector. Yes, I do need a bit more front-loaded damage. Am I willing to upgrade that Immolate, or was there anything else in more desperate need of upgrades? It is good damage. Well, I got another upgrade and probably a rest before the boss. Fiendfire upgrade? That's a lot of extra damage. Might really need that on the Collector. Upgrade Rupture is essential. Essential? I mean, how often has this play been important to us? It's too slow. I need to play Rupture, and I need to wait for Self-Harm to come, which can only come from powers, because I have no Self-Harm cards. I really think Rupture is only an answer for bosses. So I think it's either Fiendfire or Immolate to get the front-loaded damage so I can even survive to get to the boss. Plus, who knows what we'll pick up here? Could be a couple of relics that turn everything around. The Fiendfire is 3 extra per card. Immolate is 7 up front. No, not Rampage. Have you seen how good Rampage is in action so far? Not very good. Adding 3 extra play is not so good. Fiendfire just needs a couple of cards played for it to be better than that. Immolate. Immobile. It is more straightforward, but Fiendfire shows greater potential for doing with Collector. I'm still going to do Immolate, though. Alright, medium chest, medium reward. Ugh. I mean, it's okay, but... Ooh, removing a card is better than okay. Nice slim deck, but what would we really want to remove? I could honestly get rid of Bash. It's very hard to play. Most things that I would want the vulnerable on going forward are going to be artifacted anyway, although it would really help against the Collector. Remove Rampage. Rampage is garbage, I'll give you that. But then how do we scale at all? Rampage would be better if Champion were my boss, but he's not. If I remove Rampage and then stumble upon 3 or 4 headbutts, I'll be unhappy. Remove and evolve. Still thinking about removing that bash. Must mean your deck's in a great place when you can't decide what to remove, right? Yeah, the 2 cost on bash makes me want to get rid of it. I guess I will. Bye-bye, bash. And hello, shopping experience. Save me Lee's Waffle. That's not Lee's Waffle, but it is Sling of Courage. That's only elites that... Oh, lordy, it's Dark Embrace. If there is a card that maybe gets me through this game, it might be Dark Embrace. Dark Embrace is another Battle Trance. I think I'll buy a potion. How about a block potion? Oh, wait, I can't. Yeah, Dark Embrace Battle Trance. Try and talk me out of that one. Enlightenment? Could hit Immolate, Fiend Fire, but that's too much of a could. Problem with Battle Trance is when my deck gets really slimmed down, it's a bit of a nothing card. I can always burn it. I thought Evolve was already getting you draw. Evolve doesn't draw when I burn my hand with Fiend Fire. Take another Battle Trance. Will I take another Shrug It Off? 8 block just doesn't feel sufficient. Not sure I want to pay for it either. If I find Corruption... I don't even have that many skills to play with Corruption. What do I have? Flame Barrier, Ghostly Armor, and my Shrugs. And the Battle Trances. That's not a lot. Not really sure I want to pay for a Shrug It Off. I think we're dead to Collector anyway. I don't have a good solution for killing them. I recognize this fight. Do I recognize the situation? Possibly. Oh, well. Needed to do the damage so that Mystic wastes her time healing this turn. And then... If only I had a bit more energy. I'd put an end to Centurion and their nasty ways. Feel No Pain Fiendfire is not an unreasonable solution. Actually, what about Feel No Pain Battle Trance Fiendfire? I can even use Warcry to save a card. 8, 8, 8, 8, and 8. Sure. More for the block than anything else, but there's my Immolate, which will surely put an end to you. There's my unplayably expensive Battle Trance. We more or less know what we're drawing here. I'm okay with this, though. Boomf. Put an end to you. Absolutely put an end to you. Nunchaku almost kicking in, but not quite. God, every fight's a fight to the death. He's not having a good time, is our Ironclad. I only have a burn, no wounds even to worry about here. Just in case. Hello. Right, could I perhaps kill you? That would be nice. Out of here. Uppercut? Well, there's my vulnerability back. But it's still expensive. I think I have to say no. It's not part of the strategy. Oh, hang on, what's the strategy? I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go. Having to waste all my upgrades on rests and dodging every elite is making sure that I'm exceptionally weak, so I'm telling you, this is not a good run. Ah, thank you, Red Mask. Thank you, 2 copies of Battle Trance. Well, Dark Embrace should save me if this fight goes on a bit too long. And here's hoping that it does not. Still hoping. Headbutt coming in at just the right number. I need to be in a position to deal with the basketball. He does hit fairly relentlessly and he afflicts frail. So what does that say to me? I have 1 energy which is probably going to be spent on Feel No Pain. Oh, but I already put down Dark Embrace, so I'll be drawing pretty fast. Okay. Maybe a bit less okay, but Fiendfire might get me out of this situation. That no draw is going to burn me, isn't it? Part of the reason I wanted Dark Embrace was so that Fiendfire could draw. But Fiendfire can also block, so we got that going for us. Dazed's in the discard pile. I don't think killing you is on the cards, but what if it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 8. That's 48. If I can do just a bit more than that. Well, now it's 5 times 8. What's 5 times 8? Correct. A blood potion that I can't have. Curse this Sozu. What were my other options? Curse of the Bell and Sacred Bark. Yeah, nasty options. Could have been nastier, though. Slightly. Oh, I wanted more headbutts, and there's a headbutt. Right, the Rampage build could yet work. It could. Anything's possible. What about this fight? How do I get out of this fight alive? You still think it's a Fiendfire upgrade. Yeah, that's 90 damage on the Chosen with a full hand. And with Dark Embrace I can still draw. It might be my only chance against this freak of nature. Alright, Collector. I need to be set up and set up fast. That means Evolve, Brutality, Wild Strike. And even Immolate, because the burn will still draw for me. Although I wish I had that Immolate once you had your little minions, because they will attack for 7 every turn, and you are going to buff them to start doing something like 13 every turn, so it's not a good day for me, huh? I can headbutt the Fiendfire and trance into it immediately, but that won't kill them. I'd love to get things like Feel No Pain and Dark Embrace down, but these things do need to die on the double, don't they? Alright, well, eliminates... Combust. Even Combust would help me out here. Well, I know I'm trancing, so let's go and grab the card. Hello, Fiendfire. It's not your time just yet. 29. So close. Get the extra energy though, which is very welcome. I could rather handily Combust and Feel No Pain, just to get myself set up a bit better for this fight. Dark Embrace, I'll have to come back for you. Blah. Alright, there we go. Saves me considerable damage. You're dead right now. Am I talking to them or to me? That's right, the Collector is now buffed and ready to start dealing damage. Am I ready? Well, I got my Blood for Blood doing absolutely nothing. At least I'm not frail, so there is blocking that could be done. It's more theoretical, though. Am I going to draw anything that helps? Drawing into Shrug would help. Ghostly Armor also helps. Alright, that's quite welcome. In what world is it not Blood for Blood, Rampage, Headbutt? Question is, do I even want to do Headbutt Rampage things? Consider the setup. What are you going to do after this? Are you going to do You Are Mine? I think it's going to be Mega Debuff after this. Always uses Mega Debuff on turn 4, so yeah, next turn I don't need to block. Meaning that Shrug is a bit of a waste. There is an argument, and it's a strong argument, to Headbutt Battle Trance to get better draw next turn. Because currently, if I draw... Do I have Brutality down? Yeah, I do. I'll draw 6. Currently, I'm drawing this, relatively speaking, garbage, Rampage, and one other card if I had but Rampage. But that might still be alright. Get it going somewhere. Need something that hurts the collector. Go on, live and die by the Rampage. Does mean the Rampage didn't get reshuffled with everything else though, but at least it's at the top of the deck. I can save one card for next turn, could be handy. It's probably a Shrug though. Well, I'll be frail, those Shrugs really will not block for much. I don't have no draw on though. Save Flame Barrier for next turn, deal Whirlwind now. I mean, for all I know, you're not even going to attack me. You'll be busy resummoning. Busy resummoning. Ugh, an Immolate at this time. Okay. Jake using Rampage, shocking. At the time, I had very, very few options. Here's our Pandora, although it also included Berserk. So I was picking up Wild Strike as an attack card. Lots of block. Rampage seemed like the only reasonable option. Did I buy Rampage with the... I forget how I got my hands on it. Paying for it seems even worse. Right, what's going on now? Evolve, Immolate, Wild Strike. See what's in the Battle Trance. Couldn't hurt to check. Could it? Maybe it could. I can bring back Rampage already, though. Immolate. Oh, but if I headbutt the Immolate, I can deal more damage to these little scuzz buckets. I think so. That said, maybe I should have considered Fiend Firing the Collector at the very end. Ah, but I don't have Dark Embrace down. Still would have blocked pretty well for me, though. Ah, but of course I couldn't headbutt Fiend Fire. It wasn't used. Now I could headbutt the Fiend Fire. For all the good that... Oh, hello. What a wonderful problem to have. My hand is full. This is the wonderful problem. Collector's not attacking. We might just have this. But how? Do consider. Can I kill these fools? Immolate dealing 24. Wild Strike dealing 12. Adding 5 on top of that. Yes, both of these fools are dead. Warmth. Gashunk. And I only need to do 9 on you, which means Headbutt could do it. Headbutt, Immolate. Wait. Ah, crap. We reshuffled, so I don't have Fiend Fire. But I think we're out of here. Well and truly, I think we're out of here. Just don't take the Dark Embrace so I can draw even more with it. But yeah, I want you dead. What would I bring back? Do I have no draw on? No, I might struggle to draw actually, but there's Battle Trance. Could Battle Trance headbutt Battle Trance? There are options here. That's also good. As long as I don't draw into battle trance with anything daft. Oh, I got energy. Well, even better. That means I can... Dork Embrace. Okay, this is good. This is borderline good. Ow, ow. Did I get strength gain from that? I think those burns counted as played and gave me strength. I did not consider that utility. Anyway, I'm not the only one who didn't consider something today. Yes. Collector. Die. Whew. We're out of there. Every rest was necessary. Feed. It's a little late, but we might get some scaling on the max health. But, and there is a big but, what about Exhume? I could bring back Fiend Fire at any moment. I don't think it's ever too late for Feed. If nothing else, it's a good damage card. 10 on 1 energy. No. Demon Form at this point, heavens no. It's way too slow. Our whole deck is slow. I don't need to add another thing that makes it slower. If I find Snecko Eye in this chest, I will regret that action. But I don't think I can afford... Pardon me. I don't think I can afford this Demon Form. That was a weird noise. I think I would take Snecko, though. Should I take Demon Form and just assume that Snecko is in the box? I'm actually starting to think I would take Snecko. The draw on its own would be pretty biblical. But Exhume, right, consider the exhausting cards that I might want to play again. There's Fiend Fire, and that's it? Ooh, that is sad. Okay, so it's Feed or Demon Form. You scale harder with Burn. Oh, yeah. Burns scale me harder than Demon Form. The problem is I need healing. Wait, Feed is healing. Get in here, Feed. That's not Snecko. We made the right choice. Ooh, whenever you lose hit points, draw a card. I think that counter-synergizes with Combust. Because you draw the card at the end of your turn, then your turn ends and you discard the card. I think. I'm not 100% sure on the order there. Slaver's Collar for more energy, which I need. Coffee Dripper for never resting. That's out of the question. Without self-healing, I really can't afford the Runic Cube, I would dare to say. Yeah, it has to be the Collar. Sucks for hallway fights, but I've already got Sozu. I would take the cube if I had things like Bloodletting. Bloodletting would be amazing. Offering would be amazing. Even Hemokinesis would be pretty good. But those powers don't draw at the right time. Well, 206 gold, it's not an untakeable shop. Might be an untakeable double shop. What about 999 gold? Would that be a takeable shop? No matter what, I must path into this elite. Which means I must go here. Which means I probably want to go here rather than here. Ugh, double shop? That doesn't sound good. Is there another shop, though? Yeah, but I can't get there. Right, well, if I'm going shopping, it has to be here. If I get 999 gold here, I will go to this shop. If not, we carry on this way. Let's color it as the golden route. We take on the mandatory elite. And then there were no more rest sites until the very end. Well, that's just a load of ass and chips. Since I have Feed, take Combats. Combats are good. Well now, wish me luck, because it's all I have going for me now. The Darklings are here. Are they all attacking turn 1? No, but even if they were, we have the red mask to mitigate that. What's not surprising in any way is that I cannot block all of this. But Immolate is there to help me out where it can. So really it's just Immolate, ghostly armor, and evolve. Normally I like to upgrade Feed as soon as possible, but I am at a severe upgrade deficit. In come those attacks. What can I do about it? I can go on a rampage, because I came to get down. Turn this whole city into kind of a town. is feeding on the cards. Depends on damage output, but I'm inclined to believe no. So get Immolate. He is feeding on the cards. With Immolate, I'm inclined to believe maybe. It's going to block and buff. How much do they block for? Block 12, bringing up to 27. My Immolate does 28. Immolate and feed. Well, Immolate alone just ends the fight. But it's not unthinkable that we can find another way forward. Not unthinkable. Boy, I sure miss blocking. Yeah, that's my problem. I would love to feed to end this fight, but Immolate ends it a little too fast. What do we have coming? Is there something else that could change this for me? Not that I can think of, but maybe if I see it. Yeah, I think I'm getting a little too greedy for that feedy, but I would like it. I injured the Sentinel Darkling a bit too much, but I think he just took the Immolate damage. Just trying to think of any way to land feed here. And it must be done on the final Darkling, or else it won't count. Can't block. Whirlwind uses all of my energy. Yeah, I got nothing. Bye-bye. Should have played feed first to bring up Nunchaku, but I often forget that. Another headbutt. I could go for that. Go on then. This rampage will work out someday. Medical kit? No. Another evolve? No. Fiendfire Mark II. Dual wield. Double an attack. Double a feed. If I were in a good position, I'd want to do that, but right now all I can do is end my fights as soon as possible. Or I could spend nothing. There's another shop coming up. I just save my money for that shop. Hope for Lee's Waffle. I don't think Lee's Waffle's what I'm after, but I don't think any of this is what I'm after either. Yeah. Bye-bye. It's not 99 gold, it's an attack, but there is no sharp shape here. Well, that's good. I like good. Oh, this is even better. Play Ghostly Armor to not take damage off of one of them. Play Fiendfire to not take damage off the other one. Life is good. Very, very easy fight, actually, without the nasty ones. 13... and 13... and feed. Finally land feed, even get the energy to play all of my powers. So now these dazeds draw for me. Okay, well, we only got one. Forgive me for expecting more. Blah. Wanted to play attacks to bring up Nunchaku, of course. Havoc. No, see, if Havoc were 0 cost, it'd be takeable. I.e., if it were upgraded. I have a small enough deck that I could reasonably target things with Havoc, but with these as my options and no barricade, that's a +2 max health, please. Shopping, save me. Lee's Waffle is here. So's Bag of Marbles, though. So's Shockwave. Ooh. That Lee's Waffle is 36 healing. Well, it's more than that. It's 36 plus 7 healing. Havoc can accidentally delete your deck, only if I play it with Fiendfire at the ready. Huh. This is a tough, tough call. Because I'm just a little bit short of having, say, the Waffle and the Shockwave. Shockwave is good, but it might be hard to play at 2 energy. I don't want a second Blood for Blood. No, I need to play the existing cards I have more often, not make multiples of them. There's a big difference. A lean deck is about the only way I can reasonably scale. That's a lot of healing in that Lee's Waffle, and I'm about to go into Burning Eliteville. I think we need to eat this Waffle, and Waffle is essentially getting me an upgrade, because due to buying that Waffle, I can afford the upgrade here, or even taking on this Elite. Although, how do I fight Elites? Heart says eat the waffle. And then nothing else. Well, I'll buy a potion. Oh, wait. I can't. Ah, the Spire growth. You could easily end me here. So every turn is essentially 30 damage incoming, which is difficult to block because I don't block, period. And you have a lot of health to kill, which is another in a long line of my existing problems right now. Life is bad. Well, goodbye Lee's waffle value already. In comes this constant damage that I struggle dearly at dealing with. Struggling dearly. I'd risk the elites now with the collar. You think that one extra energy will do much for me? I hesitate to think so. 6 on the Nunchaku, huh? Might be better just to block at this point. What are we drawing into anyway? Not unreasonable things. Hang on, is killing you on the cards right now? Let's see, Wild Strike would be doing 12, 13, 14. Fourteen, 11, 11, 12. That's just enough. Is this gonna work? Headbutt, feed. Headbutt. Headbutt. Battle Trunce. Headbutt the fool again. Doesn't really matter. Eat the fool. Whoa, that worked out surprisingly well. The only downside is I wasted Nunchaku. I don't think it's any of this. That said, exhuming the feed will get me another feed, but that's not how we win right now. Holding out for multi-feeds is going to get me killed. Max hit points, please. The argument was take the elite. Is it a good argument? If the elite trashes me, I die to burning elite, and then there's no resting until the end. Also, I need to recall. Oh god, I need to recall. Alright, you know what, let's expedite the end of this run. Let's recall now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, on the plus side, I have a lot of powers to set up. So, Writhing Mass is a bit of a problem. Well, Writhing Mass is a big problem. I need to keep striking them, or else they just ruin my day. I already have no draw on, so I have that for next turn. 18 damage is a bit more blockable. Thank you, Ghostly Armor. Although, consider alternatives. Can't consider them. Need to get set up. Whew. Always feels good to perfect block. Doesn't feel good to get cursed. Parasite, as we have learned, does not draw with Evolve. I need you to not do that right now. Please don't do that either. I want to play that at some point. Oh, no, no, we agreed on not doing that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I will slightly live. Ow. The secret elite. If you didn't know, Tangela here, aka the Writhing Mass, will change their attack intent every time you deal attack damage to them. There's a few different things they can do. I was trying to avoid having a parasite permanently added to my deck. Instead, I died. Yeah, and if I hadn't fed last time, I'd be dead right now, but I think I'm already pretty dead. Let's be reasonable about the situation. Let's be entirely reasonable about the situation. Alright, I've got no draw on. Oh well, YOLO. Whew. Well, I might not live even once at this rate. I think we're smoked now. I think we are well and truly smoked. I more or less have to take the parasite. Or else I'm dead. Or else I'm dead. Yeah, goodbye, cruel world. From the very start, this was a horrific Ironclad run. And we failed to make it better. That's one of the things about Floor 1 Pandora's box. Really test of your skill to see how adaptable you are, because sometimes you just get a deck full of curses. Getting powers like that are things you want later on, once you've got your deck ready for it. Getting the powers and then having to make the deck work with it by achieving cards. Double evolve, virtually no block, virtually no attacks. It was horrifying. Truly horrifying. And for that, we're dead. Deader than dead. Also, the question was, how often have I ever won with Sozu? Because it's a very difficult relic to work with. In the ideal situation, you get Sozu when you've already got a potion belt full of good potions. You've got your dupe pot, maybe power potion. If you're playing silent, ghost in a jar, maybe a blood potion. You know, lots of good things. We got Sozu with 0 potions, meaning at no point did we have an out. Our alternatives being Sacred Bark. Where is it? Well, it doesn't show alternatives here, but I remember it was Sacred Bark or Curse of the Bell. I think Curse of the Bell has the next 3 relics that you would get, assuming common, uncommon, and rare, but I don't have enough knowledge to base that on. Anyway, miserable run, but amazing that it got this far. Have we ever won with the Sozu, though? Let's check our wins on A20. Nozu. No Sozu. No Sozu. No Sozu. No. There's a Sozu. Wait a second. Something seems weird about this. Is this a real run? Why is there Sozu then Velvet Choker? Is this a real run that I did? I'd have to check. Sometimes I do runs to just test things out. Seems very weird that I'd have 2 Bosch relics next to each other. I should really make a separate save file for just testing things out. I'll have to check. Maybe this is real, maybe it's not. Everything else looks fairly real. Just seeing 2 Bosch relics side by side is very iffy. That means I got Runic Pyramid now and a ton of relics in the first act, and then these 2? Suspicious. Let's ignore this for now, then. Oh yeah, my floor 1 victory. How I remember this one. This is a testing things out run. No Sozu, no Sozu, no Sozu, nay Sozu, no Sozu, no Sozu, no Sozu. See, potions are good. No, no. That's a daily run, but it did have Sozu. No. Yes, this might be a real one. Fiendfire, Impervious, Juggernaut. Was this that one where I got to the very end and I only barely survived due to headbutting or shrugging? I think I had Snecko Eye in that one. Got Pocket Watch though. Can you really call it a real win when you have Pocket Watch? Okay, we have 1 confirmed victory with a Sozu. And we're getting very close to not being on A20 anymore. No Sozu, no Sozu. There's a lot of A20 wins. Maybe I'm better than I give myself credit for. Watcher, no Sozu. Oh yeah, this is a legitimate run of mine. No Sozu. No Sozu. No Sozu. You skipped one, I think. Okay. Skip to Sozu. That doesn't help unless I know which character. Hard to very quickly grab all this information at once. I don't spy Sozu there. Don't spy Sozu here. And now I'm out of Ascension 20. Yeah, I used to play on Ascension 10 thinking that was, you know, the best way to play. But once I had a taste for 20, I could not go back. Ooh. I don't understand your aversion to Sacred Bark. It's quite good. No drawbacks. Just play 2 potions by spending 1. It's all good. Yeah, but I want to be in a situation where I can make use of Sacred Bark, and I usually only grab it if I have Whitebeast Statue, Potion Belt, or Alchemize. And if I don't have any of those 3 things, then I'm probably not going to bother. Because usually potions will dig you out of a situation anyway. Making them twice as strong just twice as digs you out. Doesn't give you more often, just makes you dig out better. So it's not often what I'm looking for. Can be good, but like I said, only in those situations. Whitebeast Statue, then yes, absolutely I take it. Already having a full potion belt? Yeah, that's pretty good. Having Alchemize, also amazing, but I struggle to think of any other time when it would be better than just having more energy, so I don't get into those problems. Anyway, if you voted Ironclad, your points are now forfeit. Curiously, how many people did? I didn't give you a lot of time to vote, so I can't imagine there were a lot of people. Wow, actually. It was the biggest vote. Most people thought Ironclad, even though we had that start. Unthinkable.